Neuroscience of love. In the neuroscientific context, love is a complex emotional and physiological experience that involves multiple brain systems and processes. It is often divided into different stages, each associated with distinct neural mechanisms. 1. Stages of love. Attraction is characterized by intense focus and infatuation with a partner. It involves the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, which contribute to feelings of excitement, euphoria, and preoccupation with the loved one. As the relationship deepens, attachment becomes the dominant force. This stage is associated with the release of oxytocin and vasopressin, hormones that promote bonding and long-term connection. 2. Brain regions involved. The hypothalamus regulates the release of hormones like oxytocin and vasopressin, which are crucial for bonding and attachment. The ventral tegmental area, VTA, part of the brain's reward system, is rich in dopamine neurons. It is activated during the attraction phase, contributing to the feelings of pleasure and reward associated with love. Caudate nucleus and putamen are involved in goal-directed behavior and are activated when thinking about or being with a loved one. Prefrontal cortex is responsible for decision-making and rational thought. It is often less active during the early stages of love, which may explain why people in love sometimes make irrational decisions. The amygdala is associated with emotional responses, particularly fear and anxiety. The amygdala's reduced activity during love may explain the rose-colored glasses effect, where potential risks or negative aspects of a partner are overlooked. 3. Neurotransmitters and hormones. Dopamine, often called the pleasure chemical, is heavily involved in the reward circuitry of the brain. High levels of dopamine are associated with the euphoria, energy, and focused attention seen in the attraction phase of love. During the early stages of love, serotonin levels are typically lower, which can lead to obsessive thinking about the partner. This is similar to what is seen in individuals with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD. Oxytocin, known as the love hormone, promotes bonding, trust, and attachment between partners. Vasopressin, similar to oxytocin, is involved in long-term commitment and monogamous relationships. It is thought to play a role in territorial behavior and protective instincts toward a partner. 4. Neuroplasticity and love. Love can lead to lasting changes in the brain's structure and function. The more time couples spend together, the more their neural pathways become intertwined, leading to stronger emotional and cognitive connections. This process is part of neuroplasticity, where the brain adapts and changes in response to experiences. 5. The role of stress and cortisol. The early stages of love can be stressful, triggering the release of cortisol, the stress hormone. This can lead to physiological changes like increased heart rate and sweating. Over time, as attachment grows, cortisol levels usually stabilize and the relationship becomes a source of comfort rather than stress. 6. Love and addiction. The neural mechanisms involved in love are strikingly similar to those involved in addiction. The same dopamine pathways that are activated by addictive substances are also activated by romantic love. This can lead to the intense cravings, dependency, and withdrawal symptoms that people experience when separated from their partner. 7. Interpersonal synchrony. Research has shown that couples in love often experience synchronized brain activity, particularly in areas related to empathy, decision-making, and emotional regulation. This synchronization can enhance mutual understanding and strengthen the emotional bond. 8. Long-term love. In long-term relationships, the intense emotions of early-stage love often evolve into a more stable, compassionate love. This transition is marked by a shift from dopamine-driven excitement to oxytocin and vasopressin-driven attachment. Prefrontal cortex becomes more active, allowing for better decision-making and emotional regulation. Understanding love from a neuroscientific perspective helps to demystify the experience. It reveals the biological underpinnings of this profound human emotion, shows how deeply love is rooted in our brains and bodies, influencing our behavior, thoughts, and feelings in powerful ways.